great. I had a great day. So good to get back in the gym.
What is the plan for this week? Are you doing 2 days or?
2 days, a couple days, and then just to get as much in as we can, be as prepared as we can, and then we'll kind of assess it from there as we go.
What are our points of emphasis?
Everything, offense, defense. You know, I feel like at this point in the year, this is where everybody is the most engaged, and so we just took a look back at like what we did well, took a look at what we didn't do well, and then where we can improve in those areas. And there's things that we have to be able to do day one all the way through, and there's things that we're just going to have to reinvent ourselves as we go along.
Drew is here, just over in the back there, just interacting with the guys, and what's the plan for him potentially?
Just wait until they tell me he's allowed to practice.
In terms of utilizing Kristaps, not having Rob next to him, maybe going less double big now, how does that change how you're going to use him offensively and defensively?
Yeah, I mean, I think regardless, we found an identity playing both double big and playing small. And so I think it's just a matter of him being aware of what our coverages are. And then on the offensive end, what our spacing is like, what are the matchups, and then how can we take advantage of it. So, I think because of what he's able to do, our offense at times will look a little bit different with the ability to post or isolate from different areas. But the principles remain the same of, teamwork, passing the ball, get to your spacing, and make the right play.
And defensively, you talk about him having comfort at that position, maybe playing up and picking rolls. Like, does it look a little different for him playing center?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think he's shown that he can be up. He's shown that he can also be back, and I think he's one of the better drop defenders in the league. And if you look at some of his stats, he's actually fared well as a center against switching. And so, he has to be able to come here and play defense in different layers and do different things. And we'll use his flexibility on the defensive end to do some things differently that will give our defense kind of more looks as we go throughout the year.
Joe, on the court, some long-standing culture pieces are no longer here. What about the culture the organization has built top to bottom you feel really helps new players to show up?
Yeah, listen, I think in any company organization, I think alignment is the biggest key. And from top to bottom, from ownership to front office to staff to players to people that work in the organization, there's ultimate alignment and communication. And I think that breeds opportunities for success. When you have those open lines of communication, you have that alignment as to where are we trying to go and how we're going to get there.
Joe, the goal last year was 53s a game.
Was it really? Who said that?
You said that in spacing. That's what you emphasized.
Did I say 50 a game?
50 a game. That
Man,
was, yeah.
I said that?
You said that.
When?
Multiple times, right?
I said we had to shoot 50?
You'd like to shoot out. You'd love to get 50.
That doesn't mean, all right, so what I love to do and what we are doing are two different things. I love to do a lot of things.
Is that still a goal with the personnel changes? Will you try to become a more interior scoring team, or is it still three-point is the emphasis?
Listen, three-pointers are an extremely important shot into the game, and if you look at our roster, we have 9 guys that shoot over 38% from three, and we just acquired a center that is one of the best three-point shooters in the league and at his position. So it's going to be a strength of ours, our ability to shoot the ball. What we're able to take from last year is we have to have times where the three-point shot is important for us, and we have to make them. And then there's times that we have to play a little bit differently, whether it's in the fourth quarter or whether it's in close game situations. So the addition of Porzingis and Drew and all the guys that we have in our spacing will allow us to go to those post-ups, try to get to the free throw line. But at the end of the day, if you look at our roster, there's 2-on-1s all over the floor. We have to take the best possible shot. And if that is a three, that's great. When it doesn't go in, we have to crash. And then in close games, we have to be able to make tough twos, and we have to be able to get to the free throw line. And if I said 50, then shame on me.
I think you said I'd love
55. I want 55.
55? All right.
Do you anticipate the starting lineup changing at all based on the matchup?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to have a level of flexibility in order for us to maximize our roster on both ends of the floor. And I think flexibility and malleability and the ability to go to different matchups has to be a strength of ours. And so there will be a time where we say, this is what we're doing. But I think we have to be as open-minded as possible to play in those different ways.
When you're integrating some new parts, is the expectation maybe a little bit more patient or something like that?
Patience isn't one of my strong suits. No, I think I think open-minded is the thing, right? There's certain things that we don't have time to be patient on, and then there's certain things that will take time in order to grow. And so I think our effort, I think our defensive communication and connectivity, I think sharing the ball, all those things, no matter where you play, everyone's preaching those. So they should happen on day one. And then some of your other stuff you should just, be able to work out and grow through it.
Drew in here, is he able to watch practice and kind of?
I don't know how I don't know.
Joe, what have your kind of early conversations been like with Drew? Like how excited and motivated he is to be in this interview?
Yeah, I mean, listen, everyone's motivated and excited on day one. And so whatever you feel on day one, we have to try to create that feeling on January 1st and before All-Star break, after All-Star break, and 10 games left in the season. Like the mindset that we have now, we have to have that all the time. And when we don't, we have to hold each other accountable to that. And so that's more about what we're focused on. Is like, this is the mindset that we have to have. This is what we're going to go through, and then we got to figure it out.
So Brad said yesterday there's some big men on the team that don't get as much credit, who he believes in. Luke, I know you guys have Emmaus and him for me now. How do you see those guys kind of filling in to help replace Rob?
Yeah, listen, like I think Luke has done a lot of great things for our organization on and off the court in the last year. I thought one of our biggest strengths last year was when we had to go to our second unit and sometimes our second, 2.5 or third unit because of rest and injuries. We didn't miss a beat, and we won a lot of games that I thought were like some of our best wins when we had our second unit and those guys that we were able to rely on. And so that group of the roster has done a great job from day one of creating an environment of like work and development, and we're going to need them in order to win games and grow throughout the season.
Everyone make it healthy.
Yes. Depends on your definition of healthy.
Any injuries to report?
Nope.
Thank you,
Thank
Joe.
you.